Dear students, welcome to this new session of Art and Design. Today, you are going to learn about making portraitures. We are going to explore all together the proportions that are used in making good human portraitures. So students, today you are going to learn about how to draw portraitures proportionately. We are going to see all together the facial proportions and the basic guidelines that are required in drawing the human head. In this lesson, we will focus on linear drawing only. Throughout the ages, many artists have drawn and painted their self-portraits. Rembrandt created over 100 self-portraits through etching, drawing, and painting. Vincent van Gogh made dozens of his self-portraits and considered these as an important part of his artistic career. Known as one of the most prolific painters of modern art, Pablo Picasso painted a series of self-portraits in a spectacular array of styles, which he painted from the age of 15 until 90. Frida Kahlo was Mexico's greatest female artist, who painted around 143 honest self-portraits that reveal her psychological response to her personal adversity. The heads can be in different angles. Let us explore some popular ones. In this lesson, we'll focus on frontal, profile, and semi-profile views. Frontal view is when the head is straight ahead and both eyes are clearly visible. You can see in the first image. Profile view is when the head is viewing in the opposite direction and only one eye is visible. Profile view can be right or left, as you can see in the middle image. In semi-profile view, the head is slightly tilted depending on the angle of vision. Sometimes both eyes are visible and sometimes one is partially visible. And sometimes both eyes are visible. Semi-profile can be also right or left. Let us see now the head shapes. There are variations in faces. We are going to explore the basic acceptable proportion as a rule for drawing the different facial parts. There are specific measurements that we need to pay attention in drawing portraitures proportionately. Let us see how to draw the individual elements of the face: the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the ears. Drawing all these elements will become simple when we visualize them in terms of lines and shapes. In drawing eyes, we first draw the eyelid. Concave lines are drawn in order to make an elliptical shape. The next step is to draw the pupil and the eyeball. Note the pupil of the eyes is a circular shape. Then the eyebrow is added, and finally the eyelashes are added. So in this stepwise demonstration, you can see the different steps what we have to undergo in drawing the eyes. The nose is derived from a triangular shape. First, a long vertical line is drawn and then a smaller horizontal line intersecting at the bottom is drawn, as you can see in the first image. Now mark up the key area that will form the outline of the nose. Then the outlines are drawn in order to shape the nose. Remember to fix up the lines so that they are a bit curvier and graceful. If we follow these steps, you will see you will get a perfect shape of the nose. Let us see now the steps in drawing the lips. For the lips, a horizontal line is drawn first. Then concave lines are drawn in order to form an elliptical shape. It's similar to what we did for the eyes. Gradually, the outlines are shaped in order to give the appropriate forms of the upper and the lower lips. Then details can be added. So in 8 steps, you will see the lips are going to be really interesting, and you can see the interesting form of the upper and the lower lip. Let us see now the steps in drawing the ears. The form of the ears vary depending on the angle they are viewed from. Normally, the height of the ear is greater than its width, and the top of the ear is wider than the bottom. First, an oval shape is drawn, and then the details are added in order to give form of the ear. So students, we have seen how to draw individual elements, the different parts of the face. You will need to practice drawing these elements in order to develop your drawing skills. There are some basic rules and guides that we need to respect in order to draw the head proportionately. Basically, the head assumes an oval shape. The oval shape is divided into different segments with vertical and horizontal intersecting lines. These are basic guidelines that will help us place the different facial elements, that is, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, the neck, and the hair. So let us see how these guidelines are represented in a head. You will see in the visual what is presented to you, the oval shape, the line of symmetry that divides the oval shape into two, the midpoint, and the different parallel and horizontal lines that have to be used in drawing a head proportionately. So students, let's draw the portraiture. Let's see how the different guidelines appear in this female portraiture. First, an oval shape is drawn. Then, a line of symmetry is drawn. Remember, the line of symmetry divides the oval shape into two equal parts. Afterwards, we have to draw the top line and the bottom line. And then we find the midpoint. Remember, the midpoint is at the center, and the distances are equal at the top and at the bottom. Afterwards, we draw the other lines for the nose and for the mouth. See here how all these lines are parallel. Then we are going to drop a line from the edge of the eye to the bottom of the lips. This is going to guide us to place the eyes. Notice how the spaces between the different parts are equal. So students, let us draw a female frontal portrait by observing a face, which is a secondary source. Now we are going to draw a female portrait. So follow carefully the different steps. We draw the oval shape. We divide it into two equal parts. We draw the top line, the bottom line. We find the midpoint. We draw the guiding line. And we draw the lines for the nose, for the eyes. Now let us draw the eye. The first eye is drawn with the eyelids. The second one. And we add the details. We add the different guiding lines. These guiding lines are going to help us place the nose, the lips in its proper place. After adding the different parts, we work out the outline of the face. And then we add the lines for the neck. We add the ears, the hair, and we add all the details in order to get our final portraiture. So students, you see this is an outline of a female face with all the different facial parts in its place. Let's proceed on now with a male portraiture. Same thing, we start with an oval shape. We divide the oval shape. We put the top line, the bottom line, the midpoint, the different lines for the nose and the lips. We draw the eye. We keep the distance same. And then gradually we add the different elements of the face. After that, we draw the outline, and then gradually we add the other elements of the face. So students, this is a male frontal portraiture in simple lines to show you how we use these proportions, these guiding lines, in order to draw our portraitures. Let's proceed on now. In frontal view, the line of symmetry is straight and vertical. Depending on the angle of the head, the symmetrical line becomes elliptical. In this image, you can see how the line of symmetry is stretched and assumes an elliptical form. Now students, let us see how to draw a male profile view. The oval shape is drawn, the line of symmetry, the top line, the bottom line, the midpoint. We draw a parallel line. And we find out the elliptical line. So you see how the line of symmetry is stretched, and this is a place where the nose is going to be placed. Now let us see in this demonstration how we are going to use these guidelines in order to draw the male portraiture. So the same steps are repeated: oval shape, line of symmetry, the top line, the bottom line, the midpoint, the line where the nose will be positioned, the line where the lips are going to be positioned, the elliptical line, and now we start drawing the outlines. The eyes, the hair, the ear, and the neck. So students, in this image, you can see the outline of a male portraiture in a profile view. So now let us see a male portraiture in profile view right. So here is a male head in profile view right. Now students, let's see this painting. Can you guess who is there in this painting? Yes, rightly guessed, it's Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is a very famous portrait in oil painting on a poplar wood panel by the artist Leonardo da Vinci, probably the world's most famous painting. It was painted sometime between 1503 and 1506. Da Vinci was the first artist to devise a new formula in making perfect portraitures, at the same time making them more lively and poetic than that of his predecessors. Now let us see how we can draw the portrait of Mona Lisa. We are going to use the same guidelines as we have seen in the previous slides. So the oval shape is drawn, the line of symmetry, top line, bottom line, the midpoint, the parallel lines. Now this time you will see we have to find out the elliptical line and we have to position it accordingly, because this line is going to guide us where to position the eye. And then we draw the eye. We continue on adding the details. We add the nose. We add the lip. Add the form of the face. And we add the other lines in order to give form to our portraiture. So here, students, you see the final outline of Mona Lisa, where we have been able to position the eyes, the nose, and the lips in its proper place. So students, you have seen how we can draw Mona Lisa. There are many other artists, many self-portraitures that are there that you can try. Are you ready to try these portraitures? I'm sure that you're quite confident now on how to go about drawing portraitures. You can also try to add some tones to it. You can use pencils. You can use pens. and you can use any medium of your choice. I end this lesson with this slide which shows to you the Nigerian artist who does hyper-realistic portraitures with the pen. And his portraitures are very interesting. I'm sure he can motivate you to draw portraitures with full details. Thank you. So students, in this lesson, you discovered about the proportions that we use in making male portraitures, female portraitures, and the different angles which we have to use in making good portraitures. So I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Till then, it's goodbye from me.